Chapter 3, Part 5. So, in the previous video, we checked about the working nature of the PMC companies, and now today we are checking about EPC, that is roles and responsibilities of EPC. Here, EPC means engineering, procurement, and construction. What is this? We will see. So their first work is like project designing and planning. EPC is doing the entire project planning, like each and every piping. It may be some machineries where it has to be done. The CAD designing, planning of everything, including the civil, mechanical, construction, everything. They are the one who design and plan it. And second, they are responsible for the detailed engineering. What is mean by detailed engineering? See, in the designing and all, what they will do, they will just make some software checks with the CAD drawings and all. So there they will know where each and every equipment has to be placed. Okay, in the detail engineering, what they will do, they will do the real work. For example, they want to place an pipe inside any process, so they will keep it, and in between the machineries they have to add that. Also they will add scaffolding. There are so many things like that. So the detailed engineering also they will do, but they will not do by their own. They will hire some engineering vendors. I will tell you in next slide that one. Okay, they are also responsible for the purchasing and also the procurement. So if you see both, it is looking like same rate. Something we are doing it in the both procurement and purchasing, but there is a difference between it. If you see, procurement is the it is the process of finding and agreeing to the terms of a purchase. It includes the identifying potential suppliers, negotiating contracts, and selecting the supplier that offers the best value for the money. So this is what is called as the procurement. But in purchasing, it is just an like act of buying. If you are buying some goods and services, that is called as purchasing. But in procurement, they are checking the terms and conditions, and whether that supplier can for example, if I bought a machinery from an supplier, whether he can provide continuously that particular item or not, everything they will check and buy. That is called as the procurement. And next is the invoice. You have heard this voice in so many ways, like in, if you are buying something in the Amazon, Flipkart, somewhere they will send some invoice. So what is meant by invoice actually? So invoice is a time-stamped commercial document that itemizes and records a transaction between a buyer and seller. So it is just like an document, and it is a proof for that you have bought something from them, and you have already paid. So that is called as the invoice. The last one is the logistics. So logistics is very important. As you've seen, now as a nowadays and all, everything will be shipped by the this big logistics only. Because if you see these containers, they are very big. For example, we are making some electrical panels, some machineries. It may be turbines, motors, pumps, like pipings. Everything will be transferred by using these containers. And for example, something from automation company, anything they want to transfer from Bangalore to UAE, Dubai, or somewhere in the USA, they have to transfer by the ship. So that is called as the logistics. So what is meant by logistics? Logistics is the process of planning and executing the efficient transportation and storage of goods from the one point of origin to the point of consumption. So from the point of origin where they are producing and where they want to use it, so there they are transporting their items. That is called as the logistics. The next one is they provide the projects to the specialized engineering companies. If you see here, the Siemens, E&H, these are all Yokogawa, ABB, Honeywell. These are all the different. Siemens will provide automation. Yokogawa also provide automation. L&T will take the civil and mechanical works, and ABB, it will take the electrical work. And Honeywell also is a kind of automation company. Endresager is a instrument provider company. For all these companies, this EPC will provide the jobs. Fifth one, factory acceptance test with the engineering vendors before the IPMT inspection. So since for EPC, IPMT is the master, what they will do before handing over to the IPMT, they will check the factory acceptance test. Means before coming to the plant. So before the commissioning actual plant, what they will do, for example, as I said here, either Siemens is there, L&T is there. We will see about the L&T. So L&T, we are making one separate unit for the, for example, boiler. Okay, boiler will be constructed completely by the L&T. We will think. So what they will do, they will not directly build that boiler inside the plant. They make all the setup, everything in the L&T company. So what they will do, EPC company will go and inspect in that company that whether everything is okay or not. So that is called as the factory acceptance. The same like in automation also, Siemens, Ecogo, ABB, Honeywell, what they will do, they are doing programming, they are making panels, wiring and everything. So EPC company will come to them and check each and every point before coming to the plant, everything designing, wiring, everything correct or not, they will check. So that is called as the factory acceptance test. And next one, testing and commissioning functions with all the respected engineering vendor. As I said before, these are all companies with different engineering, like mechanical, civil, instrumentation. There are so many things. So they will whatever they are already checking in the factory acceptance test, the same will be tested in the plant also. That is called as the commissioning is the with the real instruments we are checking. So they will, each vendor, they will check each and everything and make sure whether it is correct or not. And finally, they are responsible for delivering the engineering systems and hand over the plant to the IPNT. So once everything engineering is completed, for example, L&T is there, it took all the mechanical work contract. So what they will do, if every mechanical work is finished, then they have to hand over to the EPC. So that's why EPC, what they will do, EPC will check thoroughly and whether, but this IPMT will not directly contact to the engineering vendors. For example, this EPC and all, so they will directly ask for the IPMT. So IPMT will be the master for the EPC. That's why before handovering the plan to the IPMT, so they will check each and every system and hand over to them. So that is the functions of EPC. Now in the next chapter, part 6, we are checking about the engineering vendors. So as I said here, all these engineering vendors, what they are doing, so we will check in this chapter, last engineering vendor chapter. We will see it. Okay, till then, see you, take care, bye bye.